See, for a knacking to be very sweet, three things need to be put into consideration. There are three important things you need to consider, and you must shake it before you think of that knacking coming out wonderful or you enjoying it. So guys, welcome back again to my channel. Number one thing you must consider the type of toto you are knacking. See, the type of toto you are knacking have everything to do with you enjoying that knacking. Because if you are knacking a woman that has a toto that is wide, and your big man is not bigger, or you are knacking a woman that has a toto that doesn't get wet, that doesn't bring out any juice, you will notice that you get tired so quickly. This is one trick many people have not understand. When it comes to knacking, you must check the toto you are knacking, the toto you want to knack. What is it like? Does it bring out any juice? Because the juice, the sweetness of every knacking, the sweetness of any banging comes as a result of that juice. The fountain of water is what makes the knacking to be enjoyable by everybody, that everybody participated fully, that your woman participated fully in the knacking, and that you enjoy the knacking comes as a result of the fountains of water that is coming out when you are banging the woman. So does she has a dry toto or does she has a wet toto? These two things is what you should check. See, you are rushing in to go and knack a woman that has a dry toto, and peradventure you don't know how to handle women that has a dry toto. It will not come out well. You always say that you did not enjoy it. Like you always be thinking about that particular babe you knocked the last time. That particular babe you knocked the last time, her toto is wet toto. Her toto is a wet toto, and that is why the knacking come out so sweet and you enjoyed it. Second thing you must put into consideration when you want to knack and for the knacking to be enjoyed is the type of bowler you have. Take it or leave it. The type of odogu you carry matters a lot. It's just like the same thing like a man going into the farm to go and farm, you want to cut the grasses there. You cannot be comparing a man that is using tractor machineries to farm compared to a man that is using hand cutlass. The person that is using machineries, his crops, his goods is going to come out wonderful. He's going to harvest plenty compared to a man that is using hand and cutlass. Number one is that it's going to take time. You are going to suffer yourself compared to a man that is using machinery. So a man that has a bigger joystick has a tendency of enjoying knacking compared to a man that his odogu is not that strong. His odogu is not that big. His odogu cannot do the work it's supposed to do. Both of you are two different people in two different worlds. One will be saying that he enjoy knacking. The other will be just saying that if this is what you people call knacking, I'm not going to venture into it. That is the difference between it. So the odogu that you are using to knack a woman matters a lot. That is why we keep saying that yours should be very, very standard, curvy and straight and hard. If you don't have these three qualities, you'll find out that when you are in there with a woman, before you say jack, you have already come down. Because of what? Your own cannot take it for long. There are men that cannot knack for long. There are men that cannot last for long. And that is why I keep talking about my herbal medicine. If you are still in that shoe, if you are still wearing that shoe, and you find out that the shoe is becoming more painful than it is, you see that your woman is always complaining. The moment a woman begins to complain that you're not satisfying her, don't you know that you have not satisfied her? Because it's very difficult thing for a woman to open her mouth and tell you that she's not being satisfied. It shows that, Oga, you're not doing your job very well. If you not buckle up in that area. For that knacking to be enjoyed by both parties, for you to say that it come out wonderful, make sure that your bowler is strong. Make sure that your bowler is sweet. Make sure that your bowler is standard. Make sure it can be able to satisfy that toto that brings out juice. Because there are women that has a toto that is already juicy, that is already sweet. But unfortunately, the man that is handling that toto does not have a strong iron breaker. It is a serious problem. Then finally, things that make knacking to come out wonderful is communication. You need to be communicating. See that you are knacking a woman and both of you are not communicating. See, communication is not only left for a woman to do, it's not also left for a man to do. Both has to be communicating. It's either you are using your body to communicate, or your eyes to communicate, or your mouth to communicate. Most men use their body to communicate and their eyes to communicate. And so many women, 90% of women, always use their mouth to communicate. That is the moment you see a woman shouting and mourning and calling your names and making a whole lot of different types of mourning and noises. That is a method of communication, and that is means that the knacking is going according to the plan. But you know that knacking that you are not communicating. Some men use their body movement like that is to show that e dey enter, e dey feel am, you understand. But that knacking that both of you are not showing any body movement, nobody is showing signs that the thing nobody is feeling anything. That sign that nobody is replicating anything, both of you are just doing and doing, like if it's a forced knacking, you will notice that the knacking will not come out wonderful. Sometimes you feel wounds, you feel pains after the whole thing. Because of what? It did not come out the way you planned it. Communication is the oil that makes knack and sex to get elongated. Communication is the eye that makes the knacking to get sweet. Imagine when you're knacking somebody, imagine when you knack a woman and she did not go to cloud 9. See, cloud 9 is not left for a woman to achieve. A man can achieve it. That is when you see a man going for second round. A man, after the first one, you immediately jump into the second round. It is because there is a communication that leads him to move to that cloud 9, and which most men don't always see themselves achieving. So if you have watched this video to this extent, drop your thought at the comment section. What do you think that makes knacking to be very sweet? Apart from these three things I listed, what are those things that lead knacking to be enjoyed by both parties? Are there any other thing? Drop it at the comment section, and do not forget to like this video, and do not forget to order my herbal medicine. If you are still a man, now find out that the second thing I mentioned in this video is not favoring you. Your dogu is doing the wrong thing. Your dogu is not banging the woman properly. Your dogu is always what fails you at the point of servicing. Then you don't have any problem, because our herbal medicine is there to assist and grow yours if yours is not growing, or if yours is standing and staggering. Name it, even if you have a prostrate, we are there at your service. So I'm gonna see you guys in my other videos. Please like and share this particular one. Bye.